then you can have one.
Oh,
if you can play it, you can have it. Well, I like this now.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Got some Beatles fans in here too.
Welcome in. So we're a 5-station group. 3 of the stations are here. That's like cowboys, kind of like retro country. Yeah, and then that's cool oldies like right here.
Love it.
Come on in. And I'll probably take this to play it back a couple times. Is that okay?
That's perfectly fine. However you want to do it.
Quick 99.9 KWCK, a Mississippi girl living in Nashville and spending the day in Searcy today with Greg and you on Quick 99.9 KWCK. Welcome to the Quick Studio, Ariel Jade. We got something in common. I worked in Jackson, Mississippi radio, and you kind of live in that area, don't you?
I do. And
I mean, you did.
yes, I am from originally rural Mississippi, right outside of Jackson. Now, I did teach inner city Jackson, Mississippi for a few years. I got my master's in education at Mississippi College there, right in central Mississippi, too. So.
I know right where that is. I lived in North Jackson. The Highland Village Shopping Center is where my Hot 95.5 studio was.
That is cool.
And I think we had a Shoney's like downstairs.
I think the Shoney's is still there.
That would be one of the only remaining Shoney's. All right, Ariel Jade, Real Songs for Real People. You're a real person. You've been through a lot of life experiences. You've been to school. You've taught kids. And you know how the real life is. How did you enter country music and how old were you?
Oh, goodness. Well, I grew up playing bluegrass and Celtic and gospel and traditional country. I started at age 8 with the guitar, mandolin 12, banjo 13, and I just running around playing Grassroots started, and I loved Loretta Lynn and Dolly and all this. So around 13, I started doing some traditional country, classic country covers, and I mean I still do. I work in Dolly and Loretta and Jeannie C. Riley and all types of just the good stuff, you know. And I actually toured with a guy named William Michael Morgan for a little while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he.
I Met a Girl.
Yep. That's him. I did.
And then he did vinyl too, didn't he?
I think so.
Vinyl. Yeah, William. Yeah, that's a good song.
So, but we toured doing Johnny and June style duets.
Oh, I love those.
Wearing like full on classic country get up. I remember one of the coolest things that we got to do, and this did kind of pivot me more from bluegrass Celtic gospel into focusing a lot more on country. Specifically the country that influenced me growing up, like Dolly, Loretta, that era.
So your radio tour's been going on. You got to meet with Melissa Frost, one of my DJ buddies from Alexandria, Louisiana. Yeah. So how was that down there?
It was so much fun. Both Melissa and David are just a good time. We had a nice little 10-15 minute chat, and then I played a few songs for them, and then we hung out a little bit after. So they were good. Which you said something about vinyl. I actually just ran vinyl, and both of them are huge vinyl nerds. So we kind of nerded out about vinyl.
Yeah, and I got a stereo system that's got everything on it, including a turntable on a Black Friday sale at JCPenney's right here in Searcy, and I will be playing your new album tonight when I go home.
I'm so excited. I had a lot of fun making this vinyl. I did all the artwork for it too, and it was actually, this is cool. Speaking of old country, the more I got back into Nashville working and writing with specifically with a guy named Wood Newton, who is from around these parts.
Arkansas ties.
Yeah, I believe right around Texarkana.
Yeah.
Or somewhere around there. But he has a studio and has had a studio in RCA Victor Studios since Chet Atkins and Owen Bradley signed his lease. That's how long he's been there.
That is some history.
Yeah, and so growing up, I got to co-write my first ever co-write with Wood Newton when I was 14 in RCA Victor, and now I'm getting to work in there currently. I got a studio in there, run a podcast, do some songwriting, and being just around the history and the essence in those walls is really, really cool.
As far as your radio tour, where do you go when you leave Searcy today? What's your next stop?
I am actually headed back to Nashville to play a few gigs around there, and then I head out to Texas the next week.
All right.
It's going to be a whole week in Texas.
What do you think of Ella Langley?
I love her.
I love her too.
Yeah. She's great. I also have really been enjoying Lainey Wilson stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I call them my girls.
Those are your girls? I love it.
Yeah. And I got to meet them both at the Country Radio Seminar. And I want you to come to Country Radio Seminar in March.
I'm going to have to. It seems like a good time. People keep telling me about it.
Yeah, I'll have to buy you a smash burger. That's what I do.
Ooh.
When I welcome somebody to CRS. I say, oh, come on, we're going to go get a smash burger.
I love it. I look forward to having a smash burger.
All right, now your current single is Some Bridges Are Worth Burning. We'll play that in a little bit. But you're going to do some acoustic for me after we come back here for part 2, right?
I can indeed.
Her name is Ariel Jade, a Mississippi girl by way of Nashville, Tennessee. That's her new home. And we'll continue our talk in just a little bit on Quick 99.9 KWCK. Her name is Ariel Jade. We have something in common. I worked in Mississippi radio for a little bit back in the 90s. And I don't know if you were born yet.
I was.
You were born. Okay,
I
great.
was.
Well, that's cool, Ariel Jade. Set up your acoustic version song you're going to play for me. Tell me a little bit about what song you're going to do and how special it is.
All right. Well, this one in particular, I co-wrote with a guy named Wood Newton and another guy named Mike Loudermilk, which Wood is one of my biggest mentors, an Arkansas boy, written some of the best songs I've ever heard in old country music. And then Mike, who co-wrote this with us, was John D. Loudermilk's son.
Wow, I love that name, Loudermilk. It sounds like it could be in a story.
It could be. Anyway, I was telling him about, I've been going through a divorce for over 5 years now, and I have put out some divorce music. This one, though, was about getting away from it, right? And I think, like you said, I'm from Mississippi originally. So I was talking about grabbing my guitar and going on and moving up to Nashville and trying to chase the dream, So this is called Left My Blues in Mississippi.
Here she is, Ariel Jade on Quick 99.9.
Those ties that bound and fell would hold me, turned into a world of hurt. I thought I found my one and only, but it went from bad to worse. I couldn't go on, had to leave on, got tired of that heavy love. So I packed my bags, grabbed my guitar, and Lord, I hit the road. I left my blues in Mississippi, in a run-down Jackson shack. Gonna mind control to Music City, I'm on my way and making tracks. Damn, because I know I'm better off, and that's a natural fact. Cause I left my blues in Mississippi, and I ain't never looking back. Well, I got a friend that I can stay with, she's got a cows that I can crash. I know a band that I can play with, that'll get me by and make some cash. I got dreams, plans, and schemes that's gonna take me to the top. I'm gonna keep on keeping on, ain't never gonna stop. I left my blues in Mississippi, in a run-down Jackson shack. Gonna mind home to Music City, I'm on my way and making tracks. Damn, because I know I'm better off, that's a natural fact. Cause I left my blues in Mississippi, and I ain't never looking back. Yeah, I left my blues in Mississippi, and I ain't ever looking back.
really good song there. She does real songs for real people like you and me, and I love her story approach. She has been writing songs since she was just 7, playing guitar since 8, and captivating audiences all over there. Let's talk about like your early performances, maybe at school or church or for mom and dad or grandma and grandpa. Talk about one of those early performances and talk about one of your, the last couple of performances you did. So let's go full spectrum.
Okay, got it. I love that we have in common that you're from, or worked in Jackson for a while anyway, because you actually may know this venue. When I was 9 years old, I got paid to get on my first stage ever at Howlin' Mouse. Do you remember Howlin' Mouse?
Yeah, they were an advertiser on Hot 99.9. Join us.
They're still around too.
That is cool.
Yeah. So that was my first one with a guy named Tim Avalon who taught me guitar back in the day, and I guess recently, another cool thing I did get to do though, because especially with the traditional country, when I was doing the tour with William Michael Morgan, we had played up in Canada, and I remember we had to drive all the way from Canada down to Shreveport, Louisiana, for just a little show called the Louisiana Hayride.
Oh yeah.
And I got to play the Shreveport Auditorium and perform at the Louisiana Hayride. And I got to stand on the X that Elvis stood on.
Oh, that gives me goosebumps. These are real goosebumps.
That's Christian. As of lately, I run a couple of residencies around Nashville. Not only do I perform with full band and solo, I also host artist showcases. I have an independent label and artist services thing that I'm doing. I develop other artists. So I'm downtown, and then in East Nashville, I put a bunch of other people up on stage and perform as well. What was really cool, the last one that I did right before I hit the road for this radio tour was at a place called the Countrypolitan Hotel Indigo off Printers Alley in downtown Nashville.
Oh, wow.
And I'm hosting something called Writers on the Road. It's a bunch of songwriters, all real music, real people, But I got to do a couple rounds with some phenomenal people, songwriters that I absolutely love writing and working with. Wood Newton, Mike Loudermilk, and I did a round, and then I got to do a round with Rafe Van Hoy and Brian Mayer. Rafe just got inducted into the Songwriter Hall of Fame. He wrote Golden Ring. You remember that song?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I get to write and then perform what we write with a lot of these cool songwriters. So.
Now, you're in Searcy today, and,
Yes.
People hear us all over Arkansas because we're at arkansasradio.com. Just click on Quick 99.9. I want you to tell our fans here in Arkansas where they can find you, your different platforms, maybe your podcast, and how do they make you a personal friend? Ariel Jade. Ariel Jade. How do they hook up with you?
How do you hook up with me? Well, the best place to get any type of information and early access is on arieljade.com. Ariel like the Little Mermaid, Jade like the stone. And you can join that mailing list. That's also where, if you want one of these hand-signed 200, only 200 were run of the limited vinyl. They're already signed on the center label. I'm not going to open the plastic, obviously. So this is how you really can get some FaceTime and let's hang out. I want to meet you. Go buy the CD or an album, and come to a show around Nashville or wherever I am. I'll be hopefully coming back through Arkansas playing some gigs here soon.
You're welcome anytime. I
Thank
can
you.
tell Beats and Eats. I got connections at Beats and Eats here. We do like a Beats and Eats here.
I love it. Music and food. That's where it's at.
Yeah, so hopefully Marka, my buddy, is listening and will book you. So Some Bridges Are Worth Burning is your current hit. So we'll be playing that, and I appreciate you dropping by today. Any other last words of wisdom from Ariel Jade before I let you get back to Nash?
Words of wisdom. I think the Beatles covered that. Honestly, I hope y'all take some time to just sit down and enjoy the album. Track 1 through track 8. Most of it was written inside the historic RCA Victor Studios. Some of it was recorded in Studio C, which is where Dolly Parton, Roy Orbison, Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys with Billy and Waylon vocals were recorded in the same room that I recorded part of this album. So I just hope my words of wisdom to you are to take some time to enjoy music, enjoy life, enjoy the present, and I hope that you choose to do that with my album at some point.
All right, Ariel Jade, thank you so much, and I want to thank your media manager.
Yes.
Wesley. Yes.
Thank you.
He taped our interview, so that's kind of cool, or filmed it, whatever you want to say.
And I'll go up on this will all be on YouTube and Facebook, Instagram. It'll go up on all the socials. I got a lot of people that like to see the behind the scenes. So if y'all are out there, y'all can just go Ariel Jade Music on basically any social media, and you'll be able to find me. And
all right, it's Ariel Jade Day in Searcy, Arkansas. Thanks for joining us. Real songs for real people. You made my day. Have a safe trip back to Nashville.
Thank you so much, Greg.
That was great.
Perfect.
Quick 99.9 KWCK, a Mississippi girl living in Nashville and spending the day in Searcy today with Greg and you on Quick 99.9 KWCK. Welcome to the Quick Studio, Ariel Jade. We got something in common. I worked in Jackson, Mississippi radio. So your radio tour has been going on, and you got to meet with Melissa Frost, one of my DJ buddies from Alexandria, Louisiana.
We had a nice little 10-15 minute chat, and then I played a few songs for them, and then we hung out a little bit after, so they were good. Which you said something about vinyl. I actually just ran vinyl, and both of them are huge vinyl nerds, so we kind of nerded out about vinyl.
Yeah, and I got a stereo system that's got everything on it, including a turntable on a Black Friday sale at JCPenney's right here in Searcy, and I will be playing your new album tonight when I go home.
I'm so excited. I had a lot of fun making this vinyl. I did all the artwork for it too, and it was actually, this is cool, speaking of old country, the more I got back into Nashville working and writing with specifically with a guy named Wood Newton, who is from around these parts.
Arkansas ties.
Yeah, I believe right around Texarkana.
Yeah.
Or somewhere around there.
Somewhere around in there.
Studio and has had a studio in RCA Victor
Heavy.
Studios since Chet Atkins and Owen Bradley signed his lease. That's how long he's been there.
That is some history.
Yeah, and so growing up, I got to co-write my first ever co-write with Wood Newton when I was 14 in RCA Victor, and now I'm getting to work in there currently. I've got a studio in there, run a podcast, do some songwriting, and being just around the history and the essence in those walls is really, really cool.
As far as your radio tour, we'll continue our talk in just a little bit on Quick 99.9 KWCK.
It's a hard lesson to be learning. Some bridges are worth